Well, thank you very much, Tsepiso. In fact, we have Dr. Naledi Pandor, the Minister of International Relations, here as the Minister, because we also are speaking to her about the issues that have been happening, particularly in the Middle East, the killing of the general in Iran, and of course the number of protests that we have seen there, and the escalation of tensions in the Middle East. With me is Dr. Pandor, who will share South Africa's stance on the situation as it happens. Welcome, Minister. South Africa has issued a statement today, President Ramaphosa saying there must be peaceful resolution to the crisis in the Middle East.
Good evening and happy 2020 to all SABC TV viewers. It's the first time I have the opportunity.
Thank you.
So, as I have said previously with respect to the assassination that occurred with the general in Iran, we believe this is an absolutely regrettable event, and as we've stated, we have urged restraint because we believe that there should be dialogue, that a way to peace must be found, and this includes even the issues related to the development of nuclear resources in Iran. We think there should be a return to the negotiating table to discuss all these matters and resolve them peacefully. This is a very important year in world history terms. It's the 75th year of the existence of the United Nations organization. And we think really in honor to it, leaders must find a way of securing peace, and that conflict and the use of military action doesn't lead to a situation in which the world can focus on development. As South Africa, we wish to really grow our economy. We want to focus on development issues. We are impacted by any action that affects the global oil prices and the conduct of international business. This event has clearly had that impact, and so our president, as well as ourselves as a department, are urging that there be a reopening of dialogue, of discussion, to arrive at a settlement that allows Iran and the United States to live somewhat in harmony. We know it's not possible in all areas, but we think increasing the tensions, the hostility, and further aggressive will not assist.
The president had a telephone discussion with the president of Iran. So just share with us the thrust of the discussion.
Well, essentially the president was expressing his concern to President Rouhani, and also indicating our belief that this was not an act that any country can express support of, given the delicate situation that we have in the Gulf region, with conflicts in many parts of the Gulf, loss of life of thousands of citizens in Iraq, in Syria, and indeed in many other parts of that region. We therefore believe any action that increases and exacerbates the conflicts is not one that can be regarded with any sense of it being positive. So the president reiterated our perspective that we call on Iran to exercise restraint as we do with respect to the United States and any other party. I believe all world leaders who have called on both the leaders of these two countries have reiterated similar points to the ones made by my department as well as by the President of South Africa.
Minister, South Africa has very good relations with the United States. I would assume, given that we have these warm relations, the President will be at ease at speaking with his counterpart in the United States. We know he has spoken to the President of Iran. Has he spoken to the President of the United States saying what you have done may escalate the tensions?
I'm not aware of any discussion between the President and his counterpart, the President of the United States. When the opportunity presents myself, the President would speak to him. The perspective that has been made known, not just in our own domain. United Nations Security Council had a debate on this matter, and our ambassador at the UN made the points that I'm making, and also called, as we do, for the Security Council to become the locus of deliberations on conflict and the seat where we resolve such problems. South Africa also has indicated to Iran in the President's discussion that as South Africa, we remain open to acting as a party that might draw all the conflicting parties together. As a country that has built its freedom on the basis of engaged dialogue, we believe South Africa might offer an opportunity to initiate such engagement.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Thank you.
That was the Minister of International Relations there, Dr. Naledi Pandor, basically sharing with us the discussions that happened between the President of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, and of course President of Iran, to try and really deal with issues that are happening in the Middle East currently. We are seeing the escalation of hostilities, which is not good for anyone, because that region really is the region that supplies oil to most of the world. So the oil prices are already the evidence that these escalations are not good for anyone.
Thanks,